All right, I think we're in English now mode. So that's cool. That's what we want. Yay. All right. Maybe this will work. Hey, Jess. Hey, lady. Hey, Sass. Glad y'all are here. I was saying that I typed y'all's names yesterday because I was getting prepped for our Friday's contest to give away the raffle of some items that I got from AAPC. So I remember typing all you guys' name. Hey, Vivi. Hey, Cowgirls. Hey, Jess. There's Twinkle. She's back. I don't know what filter. I don't know where the filters are even to even turn them on. Hey, Annie. How's it going? Oh, we got a separate procedure. Marie Maxwell, it says you're about to lose your subscription. Just an FYI. You do get your name in multiple times if you are a subscriber. If I hit some number of subscribers, TikTok's going to send me a jacket with my name on it or something. It'll say Medical Coding by Jen. I don't know what the number is, but I saw some other TikTok livers saying that. I'm sure it's a big number, whatever it would be. Hey, Annie. We're getting there. We're getting there. I wrapped one present today. I did not put a sticky note on it to say whose present it is, but I did get it wrapped. Thank you for the snowman. You're excited to get your 2023 books? Aw. The real fun begins when you start auditing and updating it and everything. Yeah. Thank you for the candy cane, Sass. Thank you for the snowman, Jess. Thank you for the roses, Emily. Y'all are awesome. I did manage to get one present wrapped. Hey, Sabrina. I am just looking for codes that have a parentheses in it, and I'm highlighting it if it does have a parentheses. Whatever words are in the parentheses. Sometimes the parentheses are giving you instructions, like this one says separate procedure, which means this procedure is included in everything that's underneath the same header here. Sometimes it'll give you AKA terms, which are super helpful. And sometimes it'll just tell you whether this will do multiple or singular items, which is helpful. I love y'all interacting and waving to each other. Can I take the CPC exam next year with my books from 2022? Yes, and I have some documents for you. The first document you're going to need, it's in my store at medicalcodingbyjen.com. If you go here underneath the shop for like $20, I have a document that you're going to need that's you can download, instant download, and it's going to take your 2022 book and turn it into a 2023. For example, it'll show you which codes to go in and change the descriptor for if they changed it, where like subsequent hospital changed to subsequent inpatient or observation hospital care. And I tell you what words to write. You'll also get a copy of that code and the code description of what it looks like in 2023. So just in case you can't read my chicken scratch, you can see how it's actually typed. You'll see which lines you need to delete by just putting one line through them if there was changes, and also what codes to completely delete. So this is like $20. I did it. I was able to turn a 2022 book into a 2023. You'll get step-by-step pictures of how to do it. Super easy. I have ICD-10 book done today. I just got to turn it into a PDF. I have it as a Word document. I did finish it today. I just have to get Twinkle to edit it or audit it to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. See if it looks like it's something that y'all could follow along and do. And when we get done with that, I'll put the copyright stuff on it, and then I'll have that up too. And then tomorrow I'll work on the HitPix book. So I just don't have the ICD-10 done yet, but I'm working on it. There's a lot of, on the ICD-10 book, to turn it into a 2023 book if you're in 2022. There's a lot of V codes for motorized vehicles like the scooters, the one-wheelers. There's a lot of updates in those V codes. I don't really recommend updating every single one of those codes. Doesn't seem like there would be a huge need for a bunch of questions in that section, but there are some OB ones where they updated some baby delivery ones, which would be cool to put down. And there's one code in the A sections. It's for yeast infection or something. They've changed it to where it's acute and chronic. So now so it's only one code to change in the A's. So it's not bad. It's just, I think the OB has a little bit more codes in it than anything else. But other than that, I did put a note in there not to worry about those V codes, but I went on and gave them to you just in case you really wanted to write them all in, but I don't think there's a need for it. But I did that today. I gotta do HitPix, and then I'll be done with those so that you guys can start marking up those books. I did get my 2023 ebook for HitPix in, but I haven't seen the print one yet. But there's mail in the mailbox that I haven't checked yet. So I gotta go do that. Ah, yes, Elsa, you're asking about the ducks. Okay, so I've been toying. I have 3 students who have paid like a lot of money to do one-on-one tutoring with me for many, 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 many weeks, like a lot of weeks. And those are my ducks. And I only have, out of the thousands that have done it, I only have like 3 to 4 who haven't passed yet. And these are people that like paid a lot of money. It's a lot. And I can't charge them anymore. It's just breaking my soul to do one-on-one. Plus, it's taking up a lot of slots that other people are needing into. So I'm grouping them into my ducks. And every Friday, I'm going to do a Zoom with them for $5 or nothing if I've already put them in there. Some of them have it free. I just put a number on there just to get it in there. But it's going to be a group setting on Fridays. I went on and published it and I left it open for 25 people. Now, I have it where it's unrestricted. Anybody could book, but before you do that, let me tell you the restrictions on it. It is for people that have taken the CPC exam multiple times and cannot pass. That's what I think Friday morning Zoom could be, that y'all come in and just practice exam questions with me. And I left it open for 25 people to come in and do that. If you've never taken the CPC exam again before, and you come in there with a bunch of questions about what's on the exam, how do I prep my books, that's not what it's for. It's for people that have failed multiple times. I can put a restriction on there where you have to get approval before you book, but I just left it open. I have my 4 ducks in there right now. I think I forgot to put go-kart in there. I got to put go-kart in there. But I got MK, Miss Edwards, Chrissy, and I got to put go-kart in there. But so those are slots that will be available for those guys every week, Friday, no matter what. And they don't have to pay for it. They've already spent enough money with me. But I left it open for a few more people to book if they want to. Now, if you're at work and you can't attend, you can get copies of the link and the password, and you can watch the questions in your leisure. But that's what that is. I don't know. I'm just testing it out to see if this will help out some people, because I've got a lot of people that send me all these stories about how they've taken it so many times. I even know somebody that just recently contacted me and said she's taken it 13 times. She just never had the money to do tutoring one-on-one, or my times aren't conducive with their job, whatever. So I thought this might be a nice solution for those people. But like I said, please do not book. If you have never taken the CPC exam before, please don't. It's not going to be 3 hours long. It usually lasts 2 hours. And then I got to go do a meeting around 10 o'clock for real job work stuff, and check in on emails and stuff like that. So it'll be around from 8:30 to 10:30-ish, kind of. What, my James? Oh, okay. My children are walking in. So that's what that is. Is that? I don't know. I'm hoping it will help. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I can help more people, but make it efficient and get to the people that are paying $399 for 2 tries and they've not passing. They've already got their books prepped. They've already bought every question they can find on the AAPC site. They've already went through all of them. They've done all this stuff multiple times, and they're still not passing. They're in here. They're watching my lives. They're interacting Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and still not getting it, and need more practice with more questions. So that's what that's for. Oh, you're welcome, Go-Kart. You got to remind me, send me your name again. I know you've got a real name, and I know I've typed it a million times, but I know you as Go-Kart, no matter what. I can hear your voice even in my head when we tutor. I know what you sound like, but I will never call you anything other than Go-Kart. And even if we met in Vegas and we had we were all in person, you would be Go-Kart. Twinkle would be Twinkle. I know y'all's real names, but there would never be any change to any of that. It would always be what I know you as. So anyway, I have a friend in New York City who's just a friend that I've always called Pixie, and she's always been Pixie, and I've never called her anything else. I've got another one in Canada who her parents even called her and named her Marie, but I've never called her that name ever in her entire life. She's always had a nickname. But anyway, I'm like, who is that? Who's Marie? I don't know who that is. Yeah, you'll have to remind me. Oh, but hopefully that will help with some of that. What do I suggest with E&M? E&M, my YouTube subscription, which is just $5 a month, has 3 E&M workshops that you're able to replay there. I suggest you go to that YouTube. You start with E&M workshop number 1, and you watch the questions when it presents, and I'm showing you the question. Pause the screen, try to do the question yourself. It's going to do 75 questions in 3 hours. Get your answer written down and then play the video and see if you got the right answer. If you got it wrong, then you need to figure out and listen to why I said it was wrong. Listen to what words you need to write down beside each code. Go through all 3 of those workshops. One of them is up free for everybody right now. It's one of the very last workshops, as long as I didn't put it in the workshop category. Hopefully I put it in the repeat lives. I got to think about that in a minute. There's so much behind the scenes, guys, that I do that, man, I got to remember all these little steps in this electronic world we live in to make sure I did things right. But I do have one of them up free. But I highly recommend you do that. The one from December the 11th is up free for everybody. It is 3 hours long. It does have like 82 E&M questions. You'll see the question first. You'll see the numbers or the answers first. Pause the screen. Try to come up with your own answer before I go into the answers. That practice has got to help you. Has got to, because I explain every kind of version of question, whether it's consults or inpatient hospital versus observation. We don't have to worry about that for next year, but I even have some brand new E&M 2023 questions for tonight that we can get into too. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you so much for all the likes. Don't forget to follow, guys. Thanks, Pi, for subscribing. You're going to get extra entries, too, for being a YouTube subscriber. Also, TikTok subscribers get extra entries in for all of our contest prizes. AAPC sent me a bunch of swag. I've got a cardigan sweater that's embroidered with AAPC on it. It's stretchy. It says it's an extra large, but I think it's a 2X. But I've got that and some AAPC mugs and stuff like that. I want to get with a creator who does these. I saw somebody have one and she follows me and I asked her to collab, so I got to get back with her. She's got one that's got the Starbucks logo on it, and then she's got these 5 boxes that you check off, and it's something about being a good coder, drink plenty of water, blah, 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 blah. Well, what if I put my 5 tips on there while you're taking your exam? Don't read the questions. Go to the answers first. Something like that, and you could take with you during the exam. Wouldn't that be great? I think that'd be funny. But we got to make it super short words that mean something to us, that would trigger you to remember every time you look up, and something that wouldn't get banned. So anyway, that's something I want to do. But AAPC sent me one. I can give this one away, and a bunch of other stuff. So gonna have some contest or raffle stuff to give away some stuff. Even if you're not a subscriber and you just want to put your name in the raffle, you can email me. You can even use a temporary email address. I swear I'm not collecting these email addresses. I don't care. Use a junk one. Just get me an email, but in the header, be sure and put raffle, and then whatever email address it says, like Shorty Wannabe, or I don't know, whatever. Even if it has your name in it, I'll grab that and put it in my prize wheel and put you in for 1 entry for this. I know some people send me multiple emails a week, and I'm like, oh, I've already got that name. I remember that name. I remember that name. But anyway, that's cool. If you want multiple attempts, get to the TikTok subscribing or the YouTube. If you're on my website and you're wanting to buy stuff like that 2022, turn your book into a 2023 book, and you're buying multiple items or anything over, I think, $30, if you use this passcode, you can get 30% off. I will be a CPC. That will help you get some money off if you're spending money out there for those documents I make up for you. All right. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. You emailed me I know you probably emailed me the other night with no response yet. You should be getting an automatic response. I have emails going out to everybody that emails me, and it says that due to the overwhelming responses, I've got thousands of people reaching out to me everywhere, from emails to messengers to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram messages. Yeah, it's going to be a minute before I can get back to you. I'm trying to get into those and reply as I can. I forward a lot of them over to Twinkle and have her help me too. We are just getting a lot of messages right now. I'm sorry if I can't get to everybody. I'm trying, but I'm not a corporation. I'm just a lady over the internet trying to do all she can for you guys for free. And make sure that y'all aren't suffering and spending too much money on, sorry, I'm trying to clean up some ink that just spilled. So trying to spend too much money and show y'all an easier route to achieving this CPC goal here, or any medical coding certification. I know somebody messaged me one about the CPB or an NHA, and there's no teachers for that one. I think I just replied to that. Something they had questions on. She started taking the CPC and didn't pass, even though she took her course through NHA or something. I'm trying to get to everybody, I promise. What else? We got Emily with the hot cocos. Thank you so much. Oh, did they already finish? Y'all are so fast. User 4818346121421423. I typed out that whole number multiple times yesterday, putting your entries in. Thank you for contributing to the live. You just got number 2 spot too, by the way. Hey, MK. Hey, Samantha. I know. I got to send you some more emails, Twinkle. I do. By the time I look at them, I'm like, I can just type this out. I hate to bug you during the holiday time, too. You started again with your practice exam today for the 5th time, and I'm still getting wrong. 42, you got 42 out of it. Keep at it. Thank you for following, guys. Kiki, Noel, I hope I can help you out, guys. Thank you for the stocking. Let me set another goal here. TikTok's already yelling at me, and then I can finish up with some more. Oh, that's not Christmassy, though. I like the Christmassy stuff. What is that? What is a donut? I'm going to edit that. I like the Christmassy stuff. I don't know what they are. That's the stockings. Snowboards. That looks cool. Okay. There we go. All right. Oops. Now why are you up here? There we go. Did I get it done? I did get it done. Any other messages? Don't forget to tap the screens. Oh, let's go, Cart. You're awesome. Thank you. We do have 6,000 likes and 3 shares so far. Thanks, VV. I run on pure energy. I don't know how. A lot of it is due to meeting Miss Edwards. And I feel so bad because she can't. You emailed me the other night. Oh, yeah. Because she got me into that juicing. And my energy has gone up a lot. You know, I'm like perimenopausal or menopausal, gotta be, because I'm in my 50s. But I met Miss Edwards, one of my students, and where is she? She got me into this juicing. That's her right there. According to Trend, this is her Instagram. That's her in her own kitchen. She does the best little videos. She's making these juices. I started doing that, and my goodness. She's got a PDF that y'all can download with her recipes on it. Let me show y'all. I think I've done this in a couple of videos, and then we'll get to our questions. I know I'm so bad at getting off track some days, but just look at this. I'm down to 54 now, 154, and I was way up here when I met her, like over 200. And I don't do the fasting as good as she does. She'll do like days of fasting. I can't do that. I got to eat once a day. But just with the fresh fruit juices for breakfast in the morning gets me a lot more energy. It does. Losing the weight. But I'm down to 154 as of today or yesterday or something. But anyway, yeah, Miss Edwards, y'all gotta go hit her up and watch her stuff. Plus, my oldest son, he's 30, and you don't really have a lot in common when your kids are, that different age. He's 30, but I'm 50. But what we do have in common is he'll take me to the gym and yell at me, you're not doing that squat right. You're not doing this right. And, it gives him a buddy to go to the gym with, but then also we get to have lots of conversations. We haven't been since just before Thanksgiving, but before Thanksgiving, we were going every day. It was all the time. We were going at least once a day. And that helps out too. We just haven't been because we've been eating too much for Thanksgiving. And we won't go until after this weekend because, my mom is in there today making fudge and cookies and stuff. I just took a picture of them. I got to show you my mom's cookies. I swear I'm going to stop. She made fudge today. She's going to cut it up into little squares. And there's her oatmeal cookies she made. So with all this sugar laying around, we've just been, it's so hard to go to the gym after you've been eating all that kind of stuff. But really, replace one meal with fruits and veggies. If you can afford the fruit and vegetables, that's the hard part, is that stuff is so expensive. When you can go to Del Taco for a 99-cent burrito, but then you have to go get all the fresh fruit, that's the hardest part. I found Walmart has bags of chopped frozen fruit cheaper than I can peel it and do it like Miss Edwards does, and that's what I've been using. Then it also, when I chew it up in my blendery thingy, whatever, for the juice, it kind of turns it into a slushy. So I do the slushies in the morning. But for those of you guys who get that document out of my shop when I post it, I haven't posted it yet. I got to get Twinkle to audit it for me. It's going to be like this. It's going to say, here's your new code. Here's where you're going to put it. And then I have a copy, like this. This is where the code was in the book. We added acute and we added chronic and we draw a line through it. And that's easy peasy, right? Then you can just add the code in there. Probably didn't need to really write a line through it. I mean, it was all written out. You just added a 1 to one side and then added another one with the 2. There's other ways you could do it where you wouldn't have to write out the words like I did, but, y'all can figure out your own way of doing it. But I've got the new codes listed. Then I've also got the deleted codes where you can just go through there and delete those real quick. And that's what it's going to look like. I just don't have it posted yet, but I do have it done. All right. I'll do the shipping, of course. Hey, Travis' mom. Yes, I'm going to do the shipping on all those items. You've been a coder since 2005, Scarlett? Good to see you. Congratulations. You're also interested in the CPMA. That's great. I've got Jocelyn, who I helped get her CPC, and she also got her CPMA. I've got all those practice questions if you ever need help or have questions on them. And plus, I am a medical auditor, have been for 16, 17 years now, a medical auditor, and even won the Bassinger Award twice in California. And that award is only given out to one provider out of the whole state of California each year. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I've won it twice. Let's see. So I like auditing. Auditing is my passion. I love it. How do we join the giveaway? You either be a TikTok subscriber, or you be a YouTube subscriber, or you send me an email to medicalcodingbyjen@gmail.com. Put raffle in the header, and I'll put you in on the raffle. And I've been just transposing everybody's name into this electronic wheel. I used to cut them out and write them all out and put them in my cookie jar, but after about 500 of those, I decided I'm wasting my time when I could be doing something helpful for you guys to do that I could just do something faster. So do that, get you in there. Don't forget, my website has all of my social media platforms. If you need to watch any of these free educations that I do 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I repost them all on YouTube. I have clickable links that'll take you straight to it. Our Discord is really where the fun is at. My schedule is there too. Discord is super helpful. You just download the app, putting your account information, whatever, sign up for your own free account. I don't get that information. So whatever you put in here is your own personal stuff. I don't see it. But my Discord group is great. I've got all these different rooms. I was just in our CEU room. So anybody that's got their certification, like RC just posted this one, which I did sign up for because it does come with 2 CEUs for free. And I know this medical group out of California, Alto, I always forget how to say their name. Palo Alto. They are my competitors in California. Them and Kaiser Permanente are the scores that I put down as my threshold. It's where I set my sights. Whatever their highest score was last year, that's my threshold, that I have to at least make that so that I can continue to outdo them. Anyway, when I do audits. But great group. They're super in the knowledge. But all these rooms are super helpful. We do have practice exam room for your CMPA too. They have their own practice room, practice questions, compliance guidelines, all the books divided up, and what to expect on exam day. A lot of people, for some reason, have been posting in this one what was on their exam in the last 60 days. I've been grabbing that info and adding it to our document that we have for sale, also on my website, that tells you all the vocabulary terms or CPT codes or HIPIC codes or scenarios that were on people's exam. And a lot of them have been posted in there. And I've been grabbing it and putting it on our document. So this is all free. And none of it is tracking material. None of it is going to be me selling you anything. This is really cool. Plus, you get to message me. Just bear with me. I've got messages coming at me from everywhere. I'm sure that's Twinkle right there messaging me. So I've got messages everywhere. So I'm working on it. I'm just the one person though. Let me put away the 2023. Get out our 2022. I don't know why, but I think all my questions are really for 2023, but I just don't have that book done yet, too, with notes. But I will soon. I'm not all fired up and ready to do it yet. I'm waiting on AAPC to change their practice exam questions over to 2023 year. Then I'll know I'll have some better info for sure. But where am I starting out tonight? I am starting out with, I found one question that was on somebody's exam this week. It's one of my last questions for tonight too. So I was excited about that. I have that coming up. What else am I doing tonight? Okay, let me move this over. Bring my lappy top down. And find my starting point for tonight. I don't think it's that far up. Make sure y'all don't see the answers. I've got a line drawn on where I start. Oh, did I put that many questions on for tonight? There's no way. Did I? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Did I do that one? What's that one? Yep. Yep. Don't be looking at the answers. Yep. Wow, I did a lot of questions for tonight. Okay. All right. I keep scrolling up until I find my starting spot. There it is. My red line. Thank you for sharing the live, Sean. You're awesome. What a twinkle. She sent me likes. Oh, yeah. I got to figure out. Does anybody know how, like, during a live, somebody sent me $20 Venmo money, and I saw another TikToker throw gifts into their live and let people capture them. So then they got the gift money. So I don't know how to do that, but I would love to do that. So I took her 20, bought whatever gifts from TikTok. I got that far, but now I don't know. There is a gift. A gift what? Gift for you? What would I do? What would I do? What do I do with this? If I wanted to give stockings, what would I do? Gifts. If I click on the stocking, what does that do? What do I do? Get for 7 cents. Get 50 for 90 cents. I don't know. Oh, it's asking me to recharge. That's not helpful. I want to throw gifts into chat, and y'all are supposed to be able to catch them, and I don't know how to do that. I'm just looking around to see if there's any options. You're the one that Venmo'd me? Aw, you're awesome. Thank you, Vanessa. So I was trying to figure out, I saw another TikToker, and it may be on the TikTok studio. They have this thing that I don't have availability to do yet, but they have it. There's this TikTok. Y'all didn't do that thing already. Y'all are awesome. This TikTok studio has more options, like it will thank you. As you follow me, it'll flash your name across the screen and say, thank you for following me. And it may be that they have this ability, but I don't have that ability. Even though I applied for it and it said it gave me 7 days for it, every time I go into it and try to click it, it won't let me. I'm running around in circles doing that. But if anybody does do live and knows how to send a bunch of gifts into the live, if you are the streamer, creator, whatever, and drop them so that your people that are watching your live can grab them, it's like a little contest, then I would love to know how to do that. But anyway, I won't fiddle around with that anymore. Let's get down here to some of our questions for tonight. Looks like we got plenty. Thank you again, Emily. Hey, Wayne. Good to see you. All right, y'all ready? Let's get to some of these questions. Here we go. Oh, I didn't press the screen and hold for options. Ooh. Send to friends. Top supporters. What does that mean? Victoria is a top promoter. Oh, I can send her a message. That gave me an option to do that. Ooh. I could send her a direct message from here. That's kind of cool. Did you press the screen for options? Huh. Yeah, it brings up. Y'all know, by the way, I do follow my top 10 viewers. That just means that you watched the longest amount of time. It doesn't mean you gifted anything. But anybody that's on here for the whole 2 hours and whatever, I always follow you guys if I can, if you have your account open and I can follow you. And the top gifters, just so you know. All right, what is the purpose of the NCC? Be sure to know your acronyms because they might just mention them only in the exam as just like an acronym. So be sure and have those. And check all answers that apply, not just one. Could be an answer, not always. Nope, keeping ducks. But I do need help with that name. Twinkle, I'm sure we can keep up with a better name. She wrote, you wrote ducks. It needs to be fixed. I'm like, they're my little ducks. That's what I mean. Repeat certification exam duckies. Like, those are my ducks. How do I need to write that so somebody knows that, yeah, we can come up with something better off the live. But yeah, that's what was in my head. Those are my little duckies. My ones that can't pass. They've taken the CPC exam multiple times. They still haven't passed. That's my Fridays. A, B, and D. Very good. There you go. And your rationale. All right. Our next one. Which one of these is for family history, primary malignant neoplasm? I'm about to try to drink my isopropanol. I had it here cleaning up the desk from ink. How much time do you think someone needs to study before they take their exam on CPC? So, prepping the CPT book, your HipHicks and your ICD-10 book is the first part. Once you get all those done, then you need to go practice the exams A, B, C, D, E, and F that are on AAPC's website. You need to really understand those questions, not memorize them, but understand the coding concepts that they're trying to present in those questions. You need to understand why the wrong answers are the wrong answers and why the right answers are the right answers. You also need to take keywords from the practice exam questions that mean something to that code that might be different from the code descriptor and add those to those CPT codes. Once you've done that and you've gotten to where you've repeatedly done those exams and you're consistently getting in the upper 80s on those exams, then you're at a good point where you could start taking your first attempt. Also, if you would come to my lives with an open books and try to get to codes as fast as I do, come up with your own answers in real time with me, and you're getting 90% of them correct. I rarely get you caught. Maybe 10% of the time I get you a cool new question you've never done before and you might get it wrong. That's also a good sign of when you're ready. Thank you, Crystal, for all the likes. We've got 11,000 likes and 9 shares. Thank you, guys. For this one, the answer is A. Good job. And there's the answers for all of them. Hey, Kitty. How's it going? I hope I can help you out. All right. What is the criminal penalty for knowingly obtaining an individual's information with wrongful conduct involving intent to sell or transfer? Like if TMZ contacted you and they knew Michael Jackson was your patient and they wanted his just his name and address or anything that identifies that person as a patient with that clinic, what is the fine? Click as many as possible or that are correct. What's the fine? What will happen to you? If a credit card company wants to know the Social Security numbers of 50 of your patients and they'll pay you $25 per patient, that would be a really nice Christmas bonus. But what will that get you? $100 fine or 10 years in prison? What's the gamble, you know? Because they'll just run those Social Security numbers. The ones that have the good enough credit score, they'll reach out to and try to get them onto their plan. Good job. Yes. B and C. B and C. That's losing your home and going to jail for 10 years. So don't do that. And, you know, some patients aren't famous when you see them, but later on they end up on TikTok or they get blasted and they happen to be the person who ran their car through a parade of little kids and killed a bunch of them. Y'all remember all that? Well, what if you remember that they're your patient or they've been in your clinic and you just want to be nosy and look back in their chart? Just look at their address. I don't know. Look at anything. What kind of medical history? Just doing that will leave a record in any EHR that you did that on that date of service after they came out in the newspaper. It could get you in a lot of trouble, just as much as that. So don't keep things really differentiated. Be sure not to let curiosity get you in trouble for those kind of things. If the patient calls you and needs something, great, look them up, no matter what they've done, or even if they are blasted over the internet right now. You need to treat your patient professionally and as appropriate care needs to be done. But don't go looking into people's charts just because you can and you're curious. That's I know it seems simple, but see a lot of people get in trouble for that kind of stuff. And they think about it later and go, yeah, that was really stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I think I could do that? I don't know. They just never thought, because you don't think it's a criminal intent on your part, you're just curious. You never thought you were doing anything wrong. Then until you're told that that's criminal, then you think, oh, that is criminal, you know, that kind of thing. On the 31st, you've been watching one to two of your videos every day. That's awesome. Keep practicing the questions as I'm showing them. Pause the screen, try to work out the answer, and then play it after you've already got your answer down, what you think the answer is, and then hit play again and see if you got the right answer. It's a great way to really use your own abilities, because I make it look simple. I make it look way too simple, but you need to build those skills so that you can get the answers that simply. And you can with practice. Just be sure and hit pause and try to answer the questions by yourself. And then you'll see why the answer is what it is. For this one, which one? What do you guys think? Which one should not be used as documentation? We can use multiple answers again if we needed to. It is A and B are both correct. That's your rationale on that one. Modifiers. I got to add this one to my modifier exam. 1. Document. We all know what the 20s are, right? You can flip to the very first page or the cover of your CPT book. They're all listed right there with a short little descriptor. Kind of a nice handy place for all the modifiers. Let's see what the question is. Same day procedure or other services. I always like to look at the bottom first before I read anything in the beginning. Which one of the CPT modifiers is significantly separately identifiable E&M service? That should ring a bell. Alarm should be going off. I didn't get to see the screen while I was saying it. What do you guys think about my Starbucks cup idea with Jen's tips on the side while you're taking the exam? What, Jay Bird? My child just walked in.
go to Dickies and look up, or go to the categories and...
You know how to email me, Jaybird. You email me the link. You don't know which one you want? Well, when you narrow it down, copy the link and email it to me. You want some Dickies pants? You're so cute. Y'all like the idea? I'd give them, give them away as cool gifts. I think that would be great. I just need to find me somebody that'll make them. I think that'd be cool. I know, yeah. Cool. All right, this one is D. It is the 25. Be sure you know that one. And here's the definitions for all of them, too, by the way. MK's helping out. Thank you so much for helping out. All right. Which of the following is not a type of online storage electronic record? If you don't know your acronyms or abbreviations for any of these, be sure you gather that info. You'd think, right? It'd be CPT, but it is that. But what's one more? What's one more? Yeah, there you go. D2. Flash media. C and D. There are 3 main storage options for online records: online, nearline, and offline. Be sure you know those or write them in the front of the book. I use the very front of the CPT book to hold some of that info, especially just these little front pages that have all this white spot. I'll put some laws or randomness info that I need to know that have nothing to do with an actual code or an E&M, but they're the random info. That's handy dandy. Before long, we'll have like driver's licenses that'll hold all of our medical records on it for us. That'll be cool one of these days. All right. It's a good question. I hope y'all can see it around my gift thing. It's all up in the way. HIPAA penalties are enforced by who? Who enforces these? OCR. If you don't know the definitions, what that means, be sure and grab those. Google it. Local government, individual hospitals, or the health department. Hey, Midnight. Good to see you. We got almost 12,000 likes already. Thank you, guys. And 10 shares of the live. I wish I knew how to throw gifts in there. It is OCR. Good job. There's your rationale. Big old rationale with lots of rules. Which HIPAA modifier is the waiver of liability statement? My gifting is in the way. Oh gosh. Let me see. There we go. Oops. There we go. I think I got rid of it. That makes it better. I thought it was in the way. Hey, MJ. Hey, Sherry. Thanks for the likes. Hey, Sue. F is for foot. Fingers and toes. Eyes. B-O. What are those for? D is our waiver of liability, which is also called an ABN form. But if you want to know additionally what else it says, it is a waiver of a liability statement. That's an AKA term for ABN. This is our oral administration. Which, let's see, for Z23, which one is associated with Z23? Is it contraceptive management, procreative management, pregnancy test, or pregnant state? Got our hands, fingers, and toes. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Did y'all see this that Twinkle sent me in the mail? Isn't it cute? It's awesome. What does that mean? Something went red flashing across my screen. I didn't catch it. C is the answer. Good job, MK. I saw that. Here is a bunch of the Z's. Yeah, what does this say? TikTok universe plus Harry Nugget. I don't know. What in the world? Don't know what that was. This means our pregnant state. I gotta set up a new goal. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll stop it. We'll do, let's see, what other kind of Christmassy stuff we got. We did snowboards, I think. We did stockings. We haven't done the candy canes yet. Those are cute. Yeah, let's do candy canes. Those are cute. I just wish I could figure out how to give gifts into chat. I bet I have a stinky suspicion I have to have that studio thing working, but I don't know. It seems to have a lot of features that I can't get. I'm trying to see what this is. Emily has done so much. She's up here for some reason on my new gifter, number 2. I don't know. It's so cool. They got all these features, and I wish I knew how to do them. Yep, I'm working. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, that's his. Thanks, Emily. All right. Let's go to our next question. Which of the following statements about coding diseases of the musculoskeletal system and connective tissues is accurate? Multiple answers might be correct. So I do have A, B, C, D, E, and F. No, just E. Just down to E, sorry. We've got arthritis, osteoarthritis, fractures, coding back pain, or fractures again. So I see 2 with fractures. They're wanting to know which statements are true. Which of the following statements are accurate? Yep. Which ones are true? Thank you, Mama Bear and Emily. Good to see you. I hope I can help you pass your medical coding certification exam. I teach from the exam point of view, which is meant to help you out a whole bunch. Thank you for the likes, Emily and Chantel. Appreciate it. Hey, Patty. Thanks for sharing the live. A, C, and E, Jessie says. A, C, and E. Let's see if Jessie's got it right. Thank you for the likes, Emily. I've got A, B, and D is correct. Whoops, let me go back over here. Super close. A, B, and D are correct. If I did it right, I think. I know, this one was hard. This one was super hard. You got approved for your ADA. You got 5 hours. Didn't apply to my exam. I don't know why. The proctor couldn't change the exam. Lady, what they don't tell you, which is stupid, that when you get approved for your ADA, that doesn't mean the exam that you scheduled is approved to be an ADA. You have to verify also that whatever exam you pick, if you're going to take it in person or online, that particular time slot with that particular proctor is also ADA approved, or no one's going to let you use the extra hour, which is silly. And they don't tell you, and there's no way when you're scheduling to know which ones are ADA or not. So once you get your ADA, you should call AAPC and have them schedule your exam, whether it's online or in person, for you, so that they know which ones are ADA approved exams. It's outrageous. They don't tell you that information. Why don't they tell you? They verified your exam and the proctor was they called and emailed, and they still didn't let you? And the proctor, that is a headache. Other people that I tutor run into that situation too. Maybe they'll get 30 minutes of their extra hour, and then the proctor's like, no, it's time for you to go home. We're ending the exam now, and you're still supposed to have an extra hour. That is unfortunate, and it's against ADA laws. They can't do that. If they do it, you can sue them. I mean, you get you an ADA ambulance chaser lawyer that it wants to get you all your money reimbursed, and that just seems like that could get people in a lot of trouble. That does not seem right. That's like a federally protected thing. You already got it approved by a doctor, and then you got it approved by your organization, and then whoever the exam person was, after it was approved by the organization, that just seems like a really bad situation. But I've heard of that before. You're not alone. I've heard of that before, and that is unfortunate. And I think a strongly written letter with a CC attorney so-and-so at the bottom would get your exam retake free, I would assume. So there's my suggestion. But it doesn't make up for the time, the stress. Just getting to some exams like mine, it's 5 hours one way and then 5 hours back. So then you got to book a hotel, and it's just so much drama to take this test. Even if you take it at home, it's still a lot of stress, but you might be able to get a free retake out of it if you don't pass, at the least for that CC some attorney. Oh. Workers confirmed my ADA for the exam before taking them out. That is so stressful. I'm so sorry. I don't know what else to say, lady. I don't work for that organization, but you're not the only one. There is enough for class action. There really is, because I know, just bring it up in my Discord group and you will have a lot of people volunteering. Yeah, that happened to me too. I mean, y'all could, ooh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on about these fractures. Here we go. The three statements of fractures that are accurate or fractures are considered stress, pathological, or traumatic. Be sure you know that. And fractures that are spontaneous are always considered pathologic, by the way. Usually there's a genetic condition why their bones would just spontaneously break for no reason. In online, do we flag each question? I don't know, PJ. Somebody wrote something about that on my Facebook page. I didn't understand 100% what she was saying. I think it had something to do with making sure that you unflag them before you submit your exam. Let me go to my screenshots. I know you can flag them, which is super helpful. I've got copies of the actual online exam and what it looks like if I can ever find it here. Again, because it's been so long, I should move these into a particular folder because I take all kinds of photos. But the flags are important in case you want to go back to that question and look at it again, and because you just spent too much time with it. If you have time left over at the end, you want to go back and do it. I don't understand what the lady was saying about the unflagging. I'll have to find you some more information on that. But she said something, and I don't remember anything from their webinar that said anything about unflagging. I probably won't be able to find those screenshots right now on the fly that I have of the exam. But it's a good feature to have, especially if you want to go back to them. I'll find you some more info on that, PJ. All right. Which one of these codes is for headache? Thank you, Emily, for the roses. Thank you for the likes, too. Stephanie, thank you for the likes. Username taken. I love your name. That is so cool. That is a cool name. Ah, me and Travikins when he was so little. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still looking for those. Looking for those screenshots for you of the exam. I get so distracted. Look, it's a squirrel. That's Travi. Me and Travi. All these stuff I copy and share with you guys. Oh my. No, that's way too far down. Way too far down. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Emily. You keep tapping that screen like crazy. Where is those screenshots? All right, diagnosis code. You're not at your book. You're going to guess C, which is what do I usually tell you in the CPC exam? Even if you don't know nothing else, but your codes are in order. One, like this will be number 1, this will be number 2, this will be number 3, and this will be number 4. What if I told you is often a pattern as to what the answer would be? Go-karts got it. Usually it's not 3, it's not 1, it's usually number 2. If they're all in numerical order like that. But see, like that's what I need on our cup, right? I need some sort of way to describe this in like 2 words so that y'all remember it's number 2. It's not the first one. It's not the last one. It's number 2. So I don't know. I got to figure out how am I going to do this? How am I going to put my little tips on a cup? Because it would really make a big difference if y'all could remember all of it. Super cool. Where are my screenshots of that darn exam? All right, let's get up the next question. I'll look again while y'all are looking at this one. This one's a hard one too. Toxic effects. There we go. Toxic effect, adverse effects, and underdosing drugs. Which one is not true? A, B, C, or D? That's job assessment. Y'all, even in my Discord, I have a room where, like, if you're applying for jobs and they want you to do a job assessment, if anybody else has already taken it, I've posted the questions in there. Our Discord group is really a really great place for all the info you need to pass, to keep your certification, to getting jobs. It's a great community. If you have any questions, you can ask anytime. Somebody will try to answer it. And the ones that don't get any answers, I try my best to go through them once a week in every single room and go give some answers. Man, I can't find them. Oh, that's why. I'm looking in the wrong thing. I took pictures with my camera. I'm not looking at screenshots. That's why I couldn't find them. I took pictures of a screen. I did not screenshot them. That's why. Oh my gosh. That makes it a lot easier to find them. Everybody says A, underdosing should never. Codes indicating the nature. Use of therapeutic. Late effect poisoning. Always has the S. Y'all are looking for which one is not accurate. So look for a wrong answer, not a correct answer. It's so hard to do these. Do we assign this last? Are these always sequel? Interactions of properly used therapeutic drugs and alcohol or non-prescription drugs are considered instances of poisoning. What's that? It's an adverse effect. But it is technically still a poisoning. If it makes your heart rate decrease and you crash, you were poisoned by that med. If it makes you turn purple all over, you were poisoned. If you get hives or increased heart rate, it's a poison to you. It's bad mojo. So technically C is correct. Like, as far as guidelines, and it is not the correct answer for this question because we're looking for an incorrect answer. But hopefully the way I describe this makes poisoning sound better to you, like you can understand it now. You don't think it would be, but it is. It technically is. It's your poisoning. It doesn't affect everybody the same way, like penicillin. If you give me penicillin, I go into anaphylactic shock, and it will kill me, really quick. And it keeps trying to attack me and kill me for at least 2 weeks afterwards. My body does not like penicillin. It acts like it was poisoned. So, yep. There you go, lady. You got it. B is correct. Adverse effect is the classification of a condition caused by a drug or substance when used correctly. Yep. And the code indicated in the nature of the adverse effect of the drug is assigned first. And the code, usually for the 6th character, is a 5 in the ICD-10 book. Usually. I can't remember if I've seen anything other than a 5, but I think it's usually a 5. There's always usually exceptions. But hopefully poisoning makes sense to you guys now. No penicillin for you too. Bye, Kenza. I got some 2023 codes coming up too, some practice questions, some brand new ones. So watch the repeat live on YouTube. I know I still have to put up, what's today? What day of the week is this? This is Wednesday. I still got to put up Mondays. Sorry. I still have to put up that one. Which of the following diagnoses is coded correctly? Ooh, I hate these because then you got to look them all up. But just start at the top, work your way down, and see which one is coded correctly. Well, I'll look for that thing for PJ. Let's see if there's any mention of it in the ones that I took the pictures of. That's such a good picture. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Aha. Ha. Usually, AAPC's favorite answer is none of the above or all of the above, but they didn't write this question. I did, so that technically is not the answer. I just couldn't come up with another wrong answer or a right one at the moment. So I found 1 correct and 2 wrong. I just needed to come up with another one and had to move quickly. So I just put 1 answer as none of the above, but if it was an AAPC question, it usually is the answer. None of the above or all of the above, but unfortunately, I wrote this question, not AAPC. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. That's awesome. We've got a lot of B's and C's. It is our A. It is our A. And we are looking for one that is coded correctly. A is coded correctly, which is really weird because it has that Z in the middle of it right there. I figured nobody'd get that right. If you just guessed, you'd probably think these things that are easier, but yep. This one's really interesting too. In which of the following diagnoses is the main term not correctly underlined? So when you look at these diagnoses, 1 word is underlined. Is that the term you would run to in an index if you were indexing anything? Not that you would during the CPC exam. Is that the term you go look up? I like this one. Lots of C's. 18,000 likes and 14 shares. Thank you guys. We're not going to go look up aortic. Now, when you're in the cardiovascular system, I'm always telling you, see if you're in an artery or a vein, because that's your main term in cardiology. But actually, you're correct. It is not the main term for diagnosing. Aneurysm is. Yep. So C is the answer. But a lot of your trouble in the CPT book is solely divided whether you are arterial, venous, or a combo of both. So it's pretty cool. It is an important word for sure. So PJ, to answer your question, remind me, it's in my camera view, not in my screenshot view, but this is what the new online CPC exam looks like. If they have reference material like OIG report you need to read or a calculator you want to look up if you need to do any calculations, they'll have it up here. But normally it's page 1, question 1, that kind of stuff. But right here is where you can flag the question if you want to go back to it. Are you supposed to flag all of them in case you wanted to go back through the entire thing? I don't know. And I don't know if we have to unflag them before we hit submit. Somebody said something this week on Facebook Messenger, and I read it 2 times, but it was probably 2 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know if I understood what she said, but she had some sort of issue, I think, with her online exam and the flaggy thing. And I'm going to have to go back and ask her and see. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know if she answered it yet. But this is what the online exam is going to look like. If you have material they want you to reference and you could pop out, you can rearrange it. You can make your screen show you, that's the calculator, like you could see the question here, some material here, and an op note here. You can divide it up into 3s. But this is more for your CPMA or COC, some of those other things, risk adjustment or something like that. Our normal CPC will just look like that, where it's going to be A, B, C, or D, and then your question is there. And then you go to the next section. Each section will be divided up like cardiology. And then you can go back, or you can go back to the other section. Like I want to go back to anesthesia or whatever, but all your 4 questions in anesthesia will be in one section. All your anatomy will be divided into one section. All your musculoskeletal will be in one section, and then there'll be questions inside those sections, depending on how many they need in each section. And the cases, everybody's been saying, has been easy. You do have a little notepad you can write in or type in, but I don't know if you have a drawing tool, and that would be handy. There is that right there. And I'm thinking it just gives you the cursor for that notepad. But boy, if you could draw on that with the A, B, C, and D, because then you could work on your process of elimination and draw on that. That would be nice. I hope they have that feature one of these days. Anyway, so y'all can draw like I do here. All right, another modifier question. Brand new one. 30 more minutes. Thank you, Twinkle. Medicare patients seen in the office by the PCP in the morning. Later on that same day, PCP admits the patient into the hospital. How do we bill for those visits? Do we use a modifier? Or do we just bill the office visit with the doctor's office and then the hospital bills their own visit? What do we do? There's a guideline attached to this one. And I have not seen anybody with the correct answer yet. Wait a minute. I take that back. One person has gotten it correct. Only one. Nope. Only one person. Still, there we go. There's 2 people that got it right now. No. There you go. There's 3 that got it right. Lisa, Jesse, and one other person, sorry, I forgot who that was, got it right. It is C. So, one provider, it is this person's PCP, sees the patient in their doctor's office. We might even do blood work, urinalysis, give them a shot, might even do some IV treatment in the office, whatever. We try to get them better in the office. Later on that day, we go to lunch or whatever. We get to see if the patient's going to feel any better, and we're like, no. Or they even go home, and then they call the doctor's office again and says, no, now they're really not doing well. If you thought they were bad when they were in the office, they're really not doing well. Doc admits the patient into the hospital for treatment. Later on that day, only the admit can be done. Even if, like, you're admitted to the hospital for observation that morning, but then you go get admitted to the nursing home on the same day, same sort of stuff. You can't do both. You're going to do one, and that's it. And we're only going to bill for admit to the hospital. All those resources and stuff they did in the doctor's office, paying for the medical assistant, pulling the chart, whatever, does not get paid on. The answer will always be no. Can 51 be used on add-on codes? Nope. In general, in most situations, no. Are there always exceptions to the rules in CPT? Probably. I've found many. But as far as the CPC exam goes, or anything that AAPC or CCS or NHA does, the answer is no. Add-on codes do not get those. They get times. Those are the ones that you do, like this was. I was working on a question today. What did I do with it? I don't even know if I have it. I don't even know if I can find it. Oh my gosh. I had a really good one for that example. I closed my book, though. How dare I? I don't know what page I wrote it on. Uh-oh. Just trying to find something that was already written. Probably won't find it. No. Ooh, I've done some really cool stuff. I love this thing. That was really cool. But just for make-believe, if I was doing code 11111, which is a mama code, I could do the 51 modifier for it. If we were whatever, right and left, multiple, whatever. But then if I did its child or add-on code, the child or the add-on code, not child, but we wanted to do our 51 because it was also done, then we would just hit ×2. I had a good example written down today for that. But, oh, we get to get rid of all this mess for next year. That's going to be so nice. I had one of those neuro ones written down. So check out my Instagram and TikTok. One of those done today. I think it's Instagram. I don't know if I moved it over to TikTok yet. I did one of those where we were in the spinal section. Yeah, I can't find it. Where one of them got the 50 modifier and the other one got the times. I think it's just on Instagram. Trying to figure out Instagram. I was trying to gave me a coupon or something. Let's see. Oh, Brittany, she's a hot mess. Bless her heart. I love my Brittany. And I love my Justin Timberlake. Justin's from Tennessee, where I'm from, Germantown. And I loved him and Brittany together. But now, let's see. Okay. ADHD going again. Look at this Instagram. I don't know how to work it. But, nope. Nope. This is all wrong. I don't want to go there either. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do anything on here. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Look what they gave me. I don't know, this bonus thing. So if I go here, they'll give me $50 for doing 5 reels. And I've done 1,000 reels. I don't know why 5 aren't showing up and only 3 do. I have no idea. And I have 8 days remaining. So anyway, I've been making a ton of reels over here because I'll even use this thing and do right here and then make the reel, because this is right here with the reels and it says reel. I've done so many. I think I did 3 today, but they're not showing up under that bonus thing for some reason. But anyway, was it not that one? It was this one. This one's going to have the, and I could turn the volume on.
Lateral injection.
For the thoracic.
Here is your answer. If you want to know how to do.
See how one of them gets the 50 and the other one gets the ×2? That's because it's an add-on code. So our 91 code here, it's Mama got its 50, but the other one, if it's 52, it gets the ×2. So it's kind of cool. But I don't know how to get the 50 out of the $50 out of out of that Instagram company. Miss Edwards taught me about that too, because she's the one that told me to get on Instagram, but I don't know how to do nothing on it. And I'm sure I've got 5,000 messages on that thing. This is all your guidelines for that. It's like tons of guidelines for this particular question about no, we don't bill both those at the same time. Just take my word for it. We don't. Here is our brand new 2023 questions from AAPC that I got today that were released yesterday in their magazine article. Remember how I told y'all last week that the December of 2021 20 practice questions were going away any day now? They are gone. You cannot collect those anymore because they have deleted them, and then they added in January of 2023 free 20 practice questions in their magazine, and that's where I got some of these questions for the rest of the night tonight. The old ones don't count. They had 2 of them marked that said non-monetary something or another. So, well, if they're not monetary, so then I deleted those 2 videos and redid them, hoping that they would pop back up again. But then I don't know what happened. Now it won't collect any more of them. It still says I have 8 days left for reels, but it's not collecting anymore. Maybe it was just collecting those first 5 and then it was done, but whatever. I'm always messing up something. Their instructions are probably linear, and I am a doer, and reading instructions is harder for me than it is doing the instructions. So once I do it, then I'm good, but reading it, it just all gets jumbled up. No idea. Beginning January 1st, 2023, who may bill the initial hospital care? Who can do that? There's some new definitions for that. Hey, Sharda. Hey, Katie. Good to see you. The old ones don't count. Look at the front of the CPT color. Yeah. Me either. Great job. You've been live 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. TikTok's telling me to get off of here. Really? We got some A's and B's. You should see one sentence that says the same thing that is in all your practice exam questions, and it is also in all your CPT code descriptors. One sentence you see quite often. And I'm kind of shocked I'm not seeing the answer. No one's got it right yet. No one. I found 2 questions that tricked y'all tonight. I'm so happy. There you go, Callie. There you go, Trisha. Emily, you got it now. This sentence is in like 5,000 CPT code descriptors. If you've highlighted and noted anything, you've seen this nightmare thing constantly, or other qualified healthcare professional. It sounds just so redundant. But that is, yep. Any, not all, is your one word difference. Isn't that crazy? How that one tiny little word means all the difference. You want to look for the word any. I don't know why. Atna will love that. Not. You read over it? Yeah, it's the tiny words. The tiny words that are nonchalant that you might read over. Yep. And that's what people keep saying about the exam is the same as the AAPC practice exam questions, but there's tiny little differences. And it's those common little words that you don't even read or pay attention. You know, we can put any in a sentence and have it in there multiple times, but you know what the sentence is and you know how you read it, and sometimes you don't even see those words. I don't know. It's funny. Our brains. And they know because they have psychologists help them write these questions. They know how to trick your brain into missing that info. So you have to take the human nature out of these questions and don't do these questions like you normally do. Yep. Good luck on your exam. Who's taking their such a small difference? I know it's disheartening sometimes. Have a good evening. Get some rest for tomorrow. Who's going for tomorrow? Emily, best of luck tomorrow. Which subsection of the E&M section is receiving the most changes? This one, this question. I want to light it on fire. As an auditor, I've already gone over and I know all the changes. As an auditor, I see most changes as a section that gets the most changes, right? There are 2 sections here, or one, that gets deleted, right? Observation is deleted from the subsection. We delete 10 pages of all observations. ER gets updated quite a bit because we change our 81 to a nurse visit, and we update the times and the MDMs to these. Critical care doesn't change. Consultations doesn't change. So when I did this question, ER has the most change because these didn't change. And this one did update and change, but this one did delete the whole section. They just deleted all observations. There are no more observations. But A is actually the answer. You guys got it all right. I am the one with the auditor brain that thought deleting an entire section doesn't mean it changed it. I mean, it got rid of it, but that just seems like I would have worded that different. That doesn't change the codes. The codes no longer exist. There's no change in them. They've evaporated into the universe. So there's no changing. When you change, it still exists and it's been renewed, right? Ugh, such a pain in the butt. But anyway. Jamie Lynn, good luck on your entries that you got extra for our contest, the raffle that we're giving away this Friday. I've entered you in multiple times because you still got your subscription. And I remember writing your name. So just so you know. But the answer was A on this one. Critical care did not update. A is the correct answer. Y'all were getting it correct. Good job. Typical OIG audit report details which of the following? OIG will be on your CPC exam in some fashion or form. Maybe they just want to know what the acronym means or who's responsible for it. But this was a new question I found today for OIG, so I thought I'd drop it in here. Thank y'all for the 20,000 likes. Wow. And the 15 shares of the live. That's awesome. None of the above or all of the above. Yes, it is an AAPC CPC exam question, so that could be the answer, unless they're tricking you. What does OIG audit? What do they audit? Do they audit coding, documentation, or are they worried about revenue impact? Thank you, Jessie, for the share. Joe got it right, I think. I think Joe's right. Yeah, revenue impact. It's all about the money, honey. Yep. And they make recommendations. Yep, all about the money. So, in case you didn't know, OIG means revenue impact. Write that down in the front of your CPT book with some of those laws and stuff that I told you. That way you've got it and you'll have it in case you see anything like that again. All about the money. What does QCDR stand for? And if you have no Google, what are you going to do on the exam if you don't know what it means? What is it? You can look for your similarities. We have 2 that end in the word registry. We have 2 that are qualified. So I still look for similarities, even if there is no numbers. That might help you. Thank you, Jessie, and everybody else for contributing to the TikTok Live and goal. Thank you, Jessie, for the candy canes. Y'all are so sweet. I think we only have like 3 more questions to go if y'all got a little bit more time to hang out. Thank you, Micah. Joe's going C again. C is your answer. Good job. So if you don't know, write that acronym in the front of your book or in the back where we have all the acronyms on that back cover. The back cover has a bunch of them. And then you can write Qualified Clinical Data Registry. So this is stuff like your immunization records that are statewide, stuff like that. Yep. And or EHR companies will make registries for doctors groups to help them keep up with registries. like HEDIS measures and stuff like that. Our company uses a company called MDX. You can look them up. MDX, HEDIS measures, anything like that. These are kind of companies that need CPCs too, or medical coders, to audit their program that they wrote to make sure it captures all their HEDIS measures or captures the correct updated CPT code for a throat culture. Or, you know, we just had all these new codes that I was just working on for all the deleted codes for the ICD-10. They'll need somebody to go through there and make sure that every one of those codes did in fact get deleted out of their system for dates of service as of January 1st, 2023. But those codes need to be in there for dates of services prior to January 1st, 2023. So they need people, they hire people all the time just to audit their system, make sure they got all the new updates in there correctly. My lady, Marie, Miss Montgomery, she's been trying to get me to come to LA and work side by side with her at that thing for years. So, you know, there's a lot of jobs. Even if you can't get in on a doctor's office or work in clinical, there is other opportunities. Be sure and look for clinical data registries. Look for that word, looking for coders. You can work from home doing that. I can work from home now if I wanted to for MDX. It's just other things that y'all can do once you get your certification passed. All right. MIPS. This question was on somebody's exam just this week. I don't know if they took it in person or online, but it's in my Discord. Somebody asked, what was it? I think I answered it Monday during the live or something. And this question was on their exam. So I'm going to move this question, actually, with the answer to our document about what's been on the exam in the last 45 days. Whoop. Go down here to the bottom and add this one down here, because somebody said it was on their exam. And let's see, what was the last things I got? Let's see. Hello, good day. I finished my exam online. I finished in 3 hours, not 4. There's what she wrote. I flagged questions about 4 or 5. I forgot to return and taught it will notify. I don't know what that's meant. Just like the Scantron video demo, I know I have flagged the question, but the last part, cases, questions, it immediately submit. If you take it online, don't click yet. The last answer, go. Back to your flags first. Hopefully I passed. So I wasn't really following through. Did she miss her cases because she had some flags? This was the statement that I didn't understand. So I'm glad I copied and pasted it. But anyway, what else did she say was on there? I had a question about a kid with an extra pinky on the hand. Wanted to know how to code that. They removed it. The answers were 2000s or a 1000. Would you be an integumentary or would you be in musculoskeletal? Wonder if it had. We remove those all the time. They're usually just a little nubby thing right here, and we just tie a piece of suture to it and let it die off. If it had no bone, If it's got bone in it, then we'd have to send them to ortho. But somebody had one lung removed and stuff like that. But when I can find practice questions, I put this on that document and I send it out monthly to update everybody about what's been on the exam. Anyway, we'll get back here to this particular question. Let's see. Thank you, Yorkie, for the follow. This is for the CPC exam. Maybell, I love your name. Thank you, Jessie, for helping out with the goal. We've got B as our answer. No, C forgot to go back to her flags. And when she went to the cases, it didn't notify her about her flags. So when she completed the last case is to submit the whole exam. So don't go to the cases until you work out all your flags, because once you get to your cases, you can't go back to the flags, or it just may prompt you to submit the exam and forget to tell you about your flags, and you may miss them. Either way, it's good info. Okay, I just had no idea what in the world was going on. I don't do good with reading material. I do good with seeing and doing material. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunshine. You're awesome. Everybody saying B? It is B. Yep. And those are the pink diagnosis codes in your book. When is the last day for submitting MIPS? And this is what I do when I am at work, and I've told you guys the best time to get a job as a CPC is from October till this date, whatever the answer is, because that's where every single patient's chart has to be audited by the doctor's offices, hospitals, and the health plan, all of them individually, to take care of MIPS and HEDIS measures and everything else. The audits go from October till whatever this date is, and then that's it. Then we get a little reprieve from that date until October hits again. And there's no audits going on in general between that date and October. The rest of the time is supposed to be meant for doing your own internal audits, making sure that your doctors are keeping up with your MIPS and your HEDIS measures, and developing tools that you need to implement in your practices to better capture your MIPS or HEDIS measures and put them in place so that when it comes audit time, you're not trying to implement new strategies when you're also trying to audit every single dang chart. I've been a coder for 12 years and I love CPC and CRC. Don't give up. Thanks, Teen Marie. That's awesome. Thank you, Twinkle. Thank you, Twinkle. Thank you so much, Sunshine. Thank you for the 23,000 likes and the 16 shares. Y'all are awesome. Maybe TikTok will give me access to this studio thing that I really need. But it is March 31st. That is our cutoff date for the last day of our auditing. So every year from October to March is our, and this would be auditing from 2022, and then it goes to the 2023 of March every year. Perfect time for getting jobs, always. But like I was showing y'all about those deleted codes, you know, these deleted codes go into effect as of January 1st. So already right now, we need all the EHRs audited, and whoever developed them or the data registries audited to make sure the code people that write all the electronic code to take away these diagnosis codes as of January 1st, or to make them stay in there for dates of services before there, is all running correctly and smoothly. And all the code writers that write to get rid of this stuff or to have it into an EHR, none of them are medical. None of them have a clue about what they're doing other than they're doing zeros and ones, all those coding fancy stuff. Yeah, that's what they're doing. But they need real coders to audit them and keep them compliant and in the best practices. Let's see what else we see about what was on the exam that I captured this week. We had 2 questions about a kid with a bead up their nose. I had the same question. It made me laugh because my mom did the same thing when she was a kid. They had the Benadryl and the Rutta question? No way. I just presented that question. Where is that question? No way. I didn't even read any of this stuff. I was copying and pasting. I just presented that question. Where is that question? It is, where is it? I'm not going to be able to find it. Open, browse. Where's my documents? I just did that question. I'm still trying to make y'all up some I'm just trying to remember, what did I name it? It was oncology, wasn't it? It was an oncology question. Oncology, there it is. There it is. I know I can't do it there, but I remember where it was. Oncology, I hate you. O-N-C-O, I hate oncology, not us, but I hate oncology because my grandmother died when I was 12, 13. No, I don't want to update or merge, or I don't want to do anything. I don't want to replace anything. I just want you to open it. When I was 13, and it was traumatic for all my family. Why is it not opening? Of course, there it is. No, it's not opening. Why is it not opening? If I open it, it opens what's been on the exam in the last 45 days. Great. I just deleted that question. Anyway, I was trying to help. It's in one of my lives somewhere. It was a really cool question. I'll have to go find it again. HipPix for a neck brace off the shelf. I don't know that HipPix code. I'll have to find that one. But if you do get this document about what's been on the exam in the last 60 days, whatever, off my website, you do have to, you'll just get raw information on a lot of stuff just like this. Twins, one vaginally, one transverse, and ended up with C-section. You'll have to go find what scenario that is. If you're in my Facebook Messenger group, I just shared that answer. That answer is right here. Where's that piece of paper? It is in here. There's my OB and delivery. One thing I did right there. Also, it's on my website. Oh yeah, Medical Coding by Jen. If you go to the members only and go to the CPT book prep page, all the way down on the bottom, I've got that one right there about how to code OB with, oops, it's such a tiny picture. Twins, delivery, vaginal, C-section, both. I got twin stuff right there too, free. This one's always on the exam. But it's helpful. I wish I'd had something like this before I took the exam. A cord to a neurotransmitter replaced. They just needed the electrical cord through the spine. Yep. A pacemaker removed and not replaced. You can go find the CPT code for that. Super helpful information, and it's current. What was on there on 12/4? I'm getting ready to open up and resend this out to everybody. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything I can put on here so that I don't forget anything, so that I can send a new update out. But it should be if not tonight, tomorrow, I'll send out the new update about what's been on the exam. If you buy it once, I go on and resend it to your email address. This is the one time I really do need your email address correctly. If you buy it on Etsy or my website, just please make sure your email address is legitimately correct, because I can't send you the update if your email address is incorrect in that. And there's nothing more frustrating than you having to hunt me down and make me send you an individual email, because a lot of times it just doesn't happen, or you get Twinkle to help you. But I'm trying so hard to help you out, guys. I really am. I'm not trying to ignore all your messages. It's just I'm overwhelmed sometimes with all the messages, because everybody needs help. Who was it that was needing my help today? My exam is on the 29th. Who is that? Today is the 21st. Failed it twice. Somebody, yep, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you, Jennifer. That's awesome. But yes, I got tons of emails I got to go through, and I will try to get those done as promptly as possible. Thank you, SS, for the follow. You're welcome, Sean. Hey, Vinny. Vonnie. Doctors need to be checked too. They are too lazy when it comes to documentation. You got it. Hey, PJ. Tiffany, you take your exam tomorrow. What notes are must-haves? In urology, must-have for that section. What is being done on that page will help you out. Clear those first. First, these are kidneys. If your surgery says nephrology or nephrectomy, or if it says renal, you're on these pages that say kidney. If your procedure is due to a ureter, or that you're repairing your ureter or something, it's only these codes under ureter. If it's first 3 pages are kidney, then you've got ureter, then you've got bladder. Urethra is this first page, and then this page is bladder. Starts out with bladder. Then all these are bladder repair, and then this one is urethra and pelvis, and then this starts your prostate. Just knowing and clearing that first in urology is most of your issue, because once you figure out, okay, my procedure is to repair a ureter and the pelvis area, then I know I'm only on these codes because it's only this particular procedure. If it's only a bladder procedure, then you know you're only on these codes, which are the bladders. That'll help you out there. OB and delivery, just not really a note, but if you can remember that the second and third digit of the CPT codes in OB and delivery, the 94s are all vaginal babies. Never had a C-section. Baby comes out naturally. If it was just an easy peasy, natural birth, whatever, it's always going to be 94. If today they're doing a C-section, patients never had one before, it's always 95. If they previously had a C-section, but they're trying to do vaginal today, it's always going to be 96. Super cool to just clear that first. How did the baby come out? Great. If you have twins, one comes out C-section, one comes out naturally, always the C-section baby comes, you bill that first. So it'll always be the 96 or 95 before the 94, even if they came out in different orders. Hernias are always easy because of that same digit thing. So if your hernia repairs the 96, it's always laparoscopic, meaning it has a scope, meaning they went in with cameras. So if you see the word trocar, Troicor, but you can't tell if they went in scalpel or open procedure or closed, if you see the cameras, you know you did a scope. It's always going to be a 96. If it's a 95, it's an open procedure. They used a scalpel. You'll see sutures like Vicro at the bottom, VIC something. then you know they went in with a scalpel. Another word for scalpel is cleavage. I'm saying it a little wrong, but cleavage means scalpel, or they might use the word incision, but they might not. They might just say they scalpel. So those are open procedures. So that's good on hernias. Just clear those first. Cardiology. Most of cardiology's issue is, am I doing the procedure arterial, venous, or both? Clear that first before you do anything else. Even cabbages are done that way. Where are the cabbages at? These are the cabbages. So these cabbage codes. This is cabbage, isn't it? Yep. Cabbages. Am I doing a venous? Am I doing both, which is in the middle of them? Or am I only doing the vein? Clear that first. That's super helpful. Then pick out how many of the grafts you did. But first clear whether your cabbage was arterial, venous, or both, and then do your grafts. So that's super helpful there. Nobody gets a consult and nobody's in the ER unless your question is just 81, 82, 83, 84 as A, B, C, or D. No one gets a consult even if the insurance company demands it. Nope, it's all new patient, and no one's ever in the ER. It's usually maybe a consult or it's admit hospital. Don't read the questions. In E&M, do not do the process of elimination. Go look up everybody's header. This is answer A's header, answer B's header, answer C's header, and D's header. Look up the headers first. So then you're going to think about, in the E&M question, go to the bottom of the question first. Find out where the patient ended up. We don't care where they went Sunday morning or what they've been diagnosed with. None of that top stuff in E&M. Don't. Go down to the bottom of the question. Find out where they ended up. Did they end up admitted in NICU or in a facility somewhere? That's how you answer those questions. Look up the CPT code headers first, then go look at the bottom of the question. See where they ended up, because the rest of it's propaganda to confuse you. And don't use the CPT code descriptors and do the math yourself in critical care. Just look at the chart. Chart will give you the answer. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I hope that's helpful. Ooh, congratulations to somebody. Lady, you just found out. I just found out. What did it say? Hernia question was on your exam on Monday. Yep. Even though they messed up my ADA, I'm not giving me the time. You still passed. I just found out. Aw, that's awesome, lady. I'm sorry about your ADA time stuff too, and you're not the only one, and they need to be careful about that, because that's going to get somebody in trouble. Congratulations. It's awesome. What a way to end a live. I will be back on Friday. I don't have I know a lot of people probably won't be attending. Y'all will be traveling or going to family, but everybody's coming to me. And I open gifts on the 24th. My kids are even still in school on Friday. So I'm good to go. I can do another live on Friday. So I'll be here, guys. And like I said, if you have failed your attempt of the CPC exam multiple times, you've already got your book prepped, you've already practiced those practice exam questions again and again. If you want tutoring with me and you can't get in, of course, because I'm so busy, I did do a Friday thing. I don't want to see any newbies in here, so make sure you've already taken your CPC exam and you failed. If you have, you can come Friday in the morning and do, it'll probably be 2 hours, but we're going to do practice questions on that day. You'll get a copy of the login and password. You can review it later on, even if you can't attend. A small little opening of just a few people. I think there's like 10 slots available left after I put my little ducks in who have already paid for multiple tutoring sessions with me and they still haven't passed. They get a freebie on Fridays, and I let them practice with me in a group setting. But if anybody else who hasn't been able to book any tutoring wants to come in, just make sure you're not a newbie and you're not coming in to ask me how to prep the books, because we're going to do practice questions that are valid for training for the CPC exam. So that is available if anybody wants to. I also want to know peppermint. Yeah, peppermints. If you are taking your exam online from home, some proctor turned away somebody and refused to let them have their peppermints on their desk. They could have their drink and no pens and their computer screen, and that was it. They wouldn't even let them have peppermints. Not like the peppermints had anything written on them. I don't know. But so already have peppermint in your mouth before you start your exam, and then maybe have them in your pocket. I don't know. I mean, already unwrapped, so you can just pop one in your mouth while, I mean, I don't know what to do about that, but that was crazy. Can't have peppermint on your desk. They made me flip my chair and found a huge receipt on the bottom. Oh, lady. People get creative. They'll print up a bunch of stuff and put it underneath their desk, or people have been drawing on their pets' answers. Why do that? You have an entire book. You can write whatever you want in. There's no reason to get creative and put cheat sheets all over your room or underneath your chair. This is your Google. Make sure you know how to use your book. Make sure you know where your notes are at, where to find answers in, and put them where you can find them, and then put anything you want in here. I've got people, oh my gosh, that will, let me look at my downloads. Some of these downloads, people will write all kinds of stuff all in their book. And look at this. You can write whatever you want in your book, and they're doing so. Just, you've got plenty of room. Do it. And I look at this and go, woo, I hope she knows where it's at. But look at that type of, is that types of autism? I don't know what she wrote. I haven't read it yet, but it was cool. Shared facilities. Just put it all where you know where it can be. Like if I was going to talk about facilities and services, I would have that in the front of the CPT book where I have place of services, or I put my notes about critical care. How many types of services are there in critical care? There are two types, and that was defined on that year. Just put all the laws somewhere where you can find them. But yeah, you've got an open book. But yeah, they're cheating. They made you stop ×2 trying to look to see if I was cheating. Oh, they were very strict. Jen, I just got my results and I didn't pass. I noticed medicine, I got a 16 from a 60 on my last test. So it sounds like you failed twice. Come in here on Friday if you want to. We will do more practice exam questions. I've got the really tough medicine ones. It's a hodgepodge of a hot mess back there, but I'll show you some questions, and we just need to practice in those sections that you did really lower in. Send me the screenshot of your results in each section too. I'll give you some advice on where you need to concentrate. Some areas you don't need to worry about. There's just no bringing them up no matter what, but we can bring up other areas easier, so I can give you advice like that. Friday, 8:30 Arizona time zone in the morning. As soon as I boot my kids out of the school bus, they leave about 8:15 and get on the bus, and we can get started. We'll usually do a couple of hours of questions. Do you think I can do something about it? Yes, absolutely. You just need more practice in that section, for sure. Always ruminating. Love that vocabulary term. Listen to this woman. She will get you to pass the exam. Aw, thank you. That's awesome. And I love doing it. I love teaching for free. Yes, peppermints do help. Studies show the only difference between students taking an exam, if they took the exam with peppermints in their mouth, they scored higher than when they took the exam when they didn't have it in their mouth. That was the only difference that they changed. So real study, so it's kind of interesting. They wanted you to flip your chair over. What can you do if you have a disability? Like, what if that would throw out your back, lifting some of these chairs? It's like, they're asking a lot. I'd pull the camera down and maybe turn it upside down if you have long enough electrical cord, but boy, you'd have to have a long cord for that mess. It's for the duckies. I'm going to come up with a better name for this so that you guys know, but yeah, we'll do that. Online exam, can you take a pencil and a piece of paper? No. No pens, no paper. If you want to save the codes that were on the exam, all you can do for the online exam is fold a piece of paper down. Like, I know I had codes on this page that were on the exam in case you wanted to keep up with that and study it for next time, but you can't take any pieces of paper or highlighters, depending on how strict your proctor is. 8:30 a.m. Yes. Scan your furniture in your room. They are really strict. Hippocampus. That's great. I knew it was stimulating something. I thought it was hypothalamus, but that didn't sound right either. Hippocampus for concentration. Thank you, Artsy. That's awesome. I was showing Twinkle the other day. My mom and my mom's sister both are really artsy. I am not. I can draw some stick figures, but other than that, where'd that picture go I was showing Twinkle of my mom's painting? It's just one of my favorites. I love it. Oh, we were in a shop the other day with some... Nope, that's not it. That's my cat. Look at all those pictures. I got so many pictures. Getting my truck fixed. Was it last night? When was it? There it is. It's the cowboy. My mom painted that picture. The cowboy right there. She also painted that kitty cat Tigger thing right there. The cougar. My mom did. She was always laughs at me because I love it. But she says that's my first butthole picture. She painted a butthole. The kitty cat picture. But did she do just a good job? She's 71 now. She does a good job. So proud of my mom. But yeah, we can't sell anything. We love it. She also made fudge today and chocolate oatmeal cookies. I get the best mom. All right. I will be back. Same time zone. 6:30 p.m. Arizona time zone for Friday's live. We're going to have the contest giveaways for all the swag from AAPC that I have. There's a sweater, embroidered fanny pack, a computer bag, I got a new microphone that I don't know how to use yet. Here's my kitty cat. That's Mr. Lester. We'll be giving away all of those then. I don't know what I did with it, but I've got this wheel with everybody's name in it, right? Somewhere. Did I put it here? Did I put it there? No telling. There it is, the wheel of names. Got a ton of names in here. So if you entered in the contest, you're here. I've got you all down. If you are a TikTok subscriber, your name gets down more times. If you are a YouTube subscriber, your name's down twice. I keep putting Miss MK and Miss Edwards in there a couple of times. They've paid so much and subscribed to everything I've done. It's crazy. So I've got everybody in there. So if you still send me some emails tonight, I will put your name in there. If I don't already have it, just put Raffle in the header so that I get it put in here. Why does Miss Wilder have some wild annotations in there? But anyway, y'all get your name on the wheel and we'll have it spin and pick winners for lots of stuff. I got free tutoring, copies of my notes, free workshops, plus all the AAPC swag. That'll be Friday night. Friday morning, if you have failed your CPC exam multiple times, I have a couple of slots open if you want to do this. Even if you can't attend, you can watch the replay, of course. But y'all are welcome to join in on the Zoom on Friday morning if you have already failed it multiple times. You've already got your books prepped. You've already practiced all those exam questions. And you just need more practice questions and more help. We'll see you on Friday morning. That's how you get on the raffle, Bethany. Bethany Chavez, don't I have you in there? Beth Chavez? I think I do. I know Chavez for sure. I've got a Chavez in there, but I don't know if it's the right name. It will be on Zoom, the Friday morning thing. Friday afternoon thing will be here on TikTok. Thank you, Sunshine. You know I got your name in there multiple times, too, because you subscribe to everything. Yeah, she did a good job. She painted that painting for my dad. All right. Do you have a class on book prep? I have a free website page. I try to do everything I can for you guys free. If you come to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com, and you just join up for my website, it's free. You go to CPT Book Prep. You just click on the picture. It'll give you the instructions and tell you how to do it. And I have lots of pictures. Go back there again. I always hit the back button. It's always the wrong button. Pictures of what I did, why I did it, and I'll tell you how to go do it throughout the entire book. What things mean. Also how to update your anatomy pictures and your ICD-10 book too. So it's all there. Plus I have some free one-sheeter guideline tips and stuff that'll help you out too. So I don't charge for it. It's free. Hey Virgo. Your notes helped a lot in anatomy. Was perfect score. There you go, lady. That's awesome. A lot of the people that have that document about what's been on the exam in the last 45 days that changed to hematology today, I got to go change it back. They get 100% on medical terms and anatomy terms because everybody that's had the exam says what words were on their exam. And it's on this one document. So if you just go figure out what the definitions are on the words, like the phalanges, the halix, cryptoplasty, you go figure out what it means in this particular contracture. Yep. Make sure you know where that is and what the definition is. They're repeated. Everybody says the same words over and over again. You'll get 100% on those. Which bone is located on the upper extremity? Trichomonas. It's an STD. Yep. Anyway, they always do really well. They have copies of that. You use the 2021 books? Multiple people use the 2021 books when they still passed. Yep. We will not, you get that document also from my website right there under the shop. It's 20-something bucks, and it's got everything that anybody has ever told me was on the exam. So, and it's an instant download. So you just go there to the shop. And the proceeds for that goes into giving people free tutoring. Copies of my notes and all that kind of stuff. So this is what the website looks like. And what the little tabs look like. So we have additional educators now listed too. I have some videos on Book Prep 2 there, a blog. All of it's free. And I don't have another workshop scheduled yet, but we will do a group one in January. Probably, if I had to guess, I can't. How do I forward it? Forward, there we go. Probably around the 8th or the 15th.